Alright, here we are. This is pile number 2. We have the black tourmaline. Now, tourmaline comes in many different colors, just so you know. The black one is specifically used for grounding and other stuff. Tourmaline cleanses, purifies, and transforms dense energy into higher vibration. It grounds spiritual energy, clears and balances all the chakras, and forms a protective shield around the body. Tourmaline is a shamanic stone that brings protection during rituals. It's really true. It can be used to scrying and was traditionally used to point the culprit or cause in times of trouble and indicate a good direction in which to move. It also wands, if you have wands, they're useful healing tools, and they clear the aura, remove blockages, disperse negative energy, and point to solutions for specific problems. They're also excellent for balancing and connecting all the chakras. And at a physical level, they rebalance the meridians. So it's a really good stone. I used to always carry this very piece with me, and I have others. I had also a smaller one. But if you carry them in your pocket, it's quite unbelievable. Even just holding it, it's insane. It's amazing. It also has a strong affinity with Devic energies and is extremely beneficial for the garden and plants. It can act as a natural insecticide, keeping pests at bay. I usually have garlic somewhere. It aids in understanding oneself and others psychologically, and it takes you into yourself deeper, promoting self-confidence and diminishing fear. It banishes any feeling of being a victim and attracts inspiration, compassion, tolerance, and prosperity. It's a very powerful mental healer, balancing the right-left hemispheres of the brain and transmuting negative thought patterns into positive ones. This stone brings the mental processes, the chakras, and the biomagnetic chess into alignment. It is helpful in treating paranoia and for overcoming dyslexia, as it improves hand-to-eye coordination and the assimilation and translation of coded information. So, I was looking for the black, which is the one you chose. Protects against cell phones, electromagnetic smog, radiation, psychic attack, spells, and ill wishing, and negative energies of all kinds. So for you who get a lot of trolls, you can actually use black tourmaline and it'll really help you. Connecting with the base chakra, it grounds energy and increases physical vitality, dispersing tension and stress, clearing negative thoughts, and also promotes a laid-back attitude and objective neutrality with clear rational thought processes, and it encourages a positive attitude no matter what the circumstances and stimulates altruism and practical creativity. It's like a miraculous stone, guys. No, but it's true. This stuff, like I've used it for a long time. It's unbelievable. In healing, if placed point out from the body, draws off negative energies. So if you have a wand, you always want to when you point the point towards something, you are putting in energy. That's why if you want to draw the energy out, the dull point has to be put on whomever, whatever you want to draw the energy out. You want to put it in. So when you hold them in your hands, you can also hold them like this, which is what I used to do all the time. And you can also do that like that when you're trying to draw out. You can also put them on the body. Stones are really great to work with because once you're tapping into your heart center, you can just communicate with them. And they have so much knowledge because They are records, literally. And if you work with them, they will tell you what you need to know. It's unbelievable. And this is divine stuff. For all of those Bible thumpers who have no respect for all of this and are scared, stupidly scared. So it's really good also to strengthen the immune system. So I figure people who chose this especially must be really tired, maybe physically. You may be really stressed out. If you start tapping on your karate point, that is the point that really grounds you, and that is the point that acts directly on your adrenal glands. So I would just do that as well as everything else you're already doing. It's not that much work. And if you put this stuff around your neck, between yourself and the source of, the electromagnetic problem, it will protect you. But even if you wear it in your pocket, this stuff, like I've used it a lot because as an empath, even like I don't need to touch you. I feel everything anyway, even if you're not in the room with me. But if you are really in my vicinity, and then forget it. This thing really did always protect me. I had this and I had others because I would change them too. Like you can use a lot of different protective ones, but they work and they don't have to be huge. The snowflake obsidian is also amazing. I love jasper as well. Again, every day is not the same, so having a few of them eventually is kind of like you have your buddies, and they always stay with you until they need to move on because they're never yours. Stones are there for us until they need to go and help someone else. It's quite interesting. Anyhow, let's move on and do the reading because I can talk about this stuff forever because I love it. And I've been playing with it for a long time, and what can I say? It never gets old for me. I understand for those who are not heart-based, all this stuff can be quite a yawn. But that's their issue. They are the limited ones. Pun intended. Yeah, that was a jab at someone who said my stream is a yawn because he was trying to be a jerk. Instead, he just showed he's a very obtuse person with no heart center. I send him love and light. Alright, so gratitude again. Very important. Will always protect you. Also, when you feel grateful, all the other stuff, doesn't touch you. And be forbearing and patient. It's looking backward. It's your, something happened to you in the past. And sometimes this means be grateful for the hardships as well. Because you're clearly a very spiritual and heart-based person. Again, you're most likely an empath. And you need to set your boundaries and enforce them. You're probably someone who gives too much. In order to do that, surrender to your needs as well. Like, listen to yourself, to your inner self. What is your inner child trying to tell you? If you feel like you're triggered and you're snapping, what is it that is making your inner child snap? What need hasn't been met in the past that you can fulfill right now? So you work with your inner child. You are the adult, but you're also the inner child. And in doing so, you bring your different parts together. So it's not about fixing yourself or changing yourself. It's truly about integration. That's all it really is. And feeling guilty and all this stuff is fine. Feel however you need to feel. Just tap as you feel those negative things. That's all you really need to do. Because when you tap, you're bringing yourself back into your body. You are naturally grounding yourself. And then when you start doing heart coherence and breathing through your heart center and your physical heart, and you do heart centering, then you bring your whole being together into the heart center where gratitude sits. And when you feel gratitude, you cannot feel anything else. It's an amazing thing. Take it from someone who used to be always angry. That was my driving force. I was in so much pain my whole life. I was in a lot of pain almost every day, 24/7 sometimes, and you go crazy over time. And anger, I was so screwed up from the migraines and the psoriasis that anger was the strength I needed to get through my day, because otherwise I should have just stayed in bed the whole day, and I couldn't afford it. I couldn't get help. I was too proud also to look into it. And I would take pills, pop pills like crazy, drink coffee, do all these things to just get me going. I was younger and I could take it, but don't do the same thing. That's why I'm doing this. You don't need to put yourself through all of that. Just tap on your karate chop point. Give yourself this one gift today. You don't have to learn a bunch of shit. Just do that. And part of me, I swear sometimes, is just, I'm an honest person. And sometimes shit expresses what I mean much faster than other things. At a more level, with everybody. So nobody needs to be eloquent to understand me. I can use difficult words if you want, but I don't think that's a very smart thing when you're trying to reach a wide audience. Let's try and make it simple. There's lots of people from countries where English is their second language. So I am included in this. When you have gratitude inside of yourself and you surrender to this, then the unexpected comes to you. What you always wanted, and basically your dream becomes true. But it looks like you're on target, and if anything, your solar plexus may require a little more love right now, because if you're not setting clear boundaries and enforcing them, you're most likely giving too much of yourself out there, feeling guilty maybe that you're not doing enough. Acting from your inner wisdom also means understanding that you need to take care of yourself first in order to be really there for others. On target, follow your ideal life path. That's right, like this is your time right now. And little luxuries generates luxurious experiences and surroundings. So I think you're definitely on your way up, if you were wondering. Work with the element of water for healing, purification, and refinement. So there you have it. Again, I think you're someone who obviously either you're a healer of some sort. You could be a tarot reader, psychic reader, whatever you are. You're obviously a healer. I think you're very psychic, and you're someone who dabs in a lot of this stuff too. So just tap into that emotion, into that water, ability of feeling all that is. Water is really powerful. So work with it. Bring it in. Enjoy the unexpected. Enjoy the good stuff that is coming your way. Be grateful and share it just the way you always do, pretty much. And if you're interested in the love, let's see. Look deep within your heart and you will feel my love. My love for you is as deep as the ocean. So I think maybe you're on a break right now, or you haven't heard from your loved one. But there is a reason for that. It's because you needed time for yourself, and the universe always provides what we need. Let's see what the universe says, though. Dearest you, we have a secret to share with you. If you act as if all is well, it will be. Act as if you are brave, and you will have courage. Act as if you're loved, and you will be a magnet for love and experience the love of spirit. Act as if your prayers have been answered, as if you are truly in sync with good fortune. How you think is how you will see the world. Interact with it and draw conclusions from it. If you want to be the person who has the life you want, co-creating and loving what is yours, you need to start acting as if that were the truth. Don't worry about the conditions in your life that seem empty or cavernous, chaotic, or barren. These are temporary and don't even count. Defy them and act as if you're the luckiest person on the planet. You will be, for you already are. That's a real secret. You are infinite potential. Loving you so much. Rainbows explode in the ether. All right then. That's pretty funny. You're definitely gonna, love is coming. But protect your boundaries. You got the llama and the camel. I mean, and the goat. It's almost like with the baby. I'm just looking at the numbers. You got a lot of 3 and 9s as well. So if you're artistic, you may also try to do some art. However level you are, doesn't matter. When you do art, it'll help you to be grateful and stay in your heart center. It really does heal. It's whatever kind you do. Find the kind you love, and play with it. Don't let people who are limited around you, who never try anything for themselves, stop you either. I say that from direct experience. So this is reading number 2.